Hello and welcome, everyone. Everyone's just jumping in now. Just give us another minute or two before we kick off, just making sure all things are technically working as well. But welcome to today's event. Just going to mute myself because I will talk out loud otherwise, everyone. All right, I think that means you can now see both Joseph and I, so that's a good sign. Let us know in the chat if there's any issues with audio or can't see the screen or anything like that. Can't see Joseph and I, but we'll probably give another minute or two just for the last sort of stragglers to jump in and see your handsome faces. Oh, great. Oh. Stop it. But we'll give another minute or two for the last few to jump in. Here you see, perfect. Looks good. We're very technically savvy here at Prosper Tech Company. Always a little bit dicey just in case the Zoom's working, but I think sounds like we're all systems go. Yeah, we'll give another minute or two for everyone to just dial in. While we're waiting for the last of the stragglers to come in, love to see some, welcomes into the chat. Maybe mention your name, where you're from, an organization you're representing, or just if you're here to join in. Looks like a couple of Prosper representatives in there, which is always good. We're rocked up. We'll give it another minute or two while we wait for that. Yep. Not sure if you want to sing for us, Joseph, while we set the scene.
Oof, that could be quite an experience, I think.
Maybe at the end.
And any requests?
Any requests?
Song request in the chat, please.
Something love themed potentially. What's the
theme?
It is Valentine's Day after all.
Yeah, that is true.
Right. I reckon Joseph might get things started. If you want to kick us off,
let's do it. Alrighty, everyone. Let's get started. Welcome to today's event, the Top 100 Graduate Employers and Best Workplaces, hosted by GradAustralia, aka Prosper. So we'll give you a little introduction. Let's meet the host. My name is Joseph. I'm one of Prosper's graduate attraction consultants. And today I'm joined here with Sam McDonald, one of our enterprise partnership managers. Say hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
So let's have a bit of fun before we jump into it all. We'll start with a couple of polls. Now, I know how these webinars can go sometimes, so be honest. What else are you currently doing? Who else isn't paying attention? What are you currently also doing? We know everyone's a bit of a multitasker out there. You fill in those final roles. Maybe you're posting campaigns to the #1 student board in the country, Prosper, of course. Maybe you've got some social media going. Tinder, very topical considering what day it is today. Looks like a few checking those emails, maybe just making a cup of coffee, cup of joe. Get you prepared and focused for what's going to be an excellent seminar and Top 100 reveal. And if there's anything else, please do let us know.
All right, I reckon we close. Looks like we're sort of slowing down on responses, so we might give another 10 seconds and close it off, I reckon.
Sounds like a plan. Alrighty, so it looks like #1, everybody seems to be checking those emails, trying to get on top of that inbox. Oh, we had 25% actually paying complete attention. That is marvelous.
You hope a lot of those, the Prosper representatives are paying complete attention. I'd be a bit worried if not, our own team members.
Surely they would support us. I think so, Sam.
You think so? I think 3 people are finding a date for Valentine's Day. Good luck, best of luck. In fact, I think we've got another poll on that theme as well, Joseph.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's great. Yes, that's very true. In the spirit of love, let's do a little poll on how you're going to be spending your Valentine's Day. Now, Sam, I'm going to be completely honest. I had no idea it was Valentine's Day until you told me about an hour ago. So that probably tells you how exciting my love life is at the moment. I digress, though. The first question is, how would you spend your Valentine's this year? Are we single? Are we taken? Sam, what's on the cards?
Oh, mate, I'm too excited for the top 100. I'll be absolutely fizzing tonight, I think. Probably just be sitting at home with Julie, I reckon. She's my puppy, for those that don't know who Julie is. Too much going on. Top 100 is just, big excitement for today. What about yourself, mate?
Have it. Well, clearly I'm single. Otherwise, my partner would be pretty upset because I'd forgotten about Valentine's Day. The second one we have, would you rather be on an expensive date or romantic night at home? I'm probably a bit of an at-home person. It means I don't have to put on pants. As long as I don't have to do the dishes, though. I think that's probably my caveat.
Yeah, I feel that. Although, I don't mind a good meal, to be honest. Making the most of Melbourne's great food and wine and things like that. So a bit of a mix, I reckon. But on a Tuesday, at the very least, night at home would be pretty good, I reckon.
Yeah,
maybe watching good TV shows, things like that. It looks like, again, we're slowing down in the responses. So let's end the poll and show those results.
Alrighty.
Even mix there. Pretty common theme is what I mean there. Sorry.
Looks like most people are taken. 88% taken. Only a few other single ones out there, Sam. And most liking that night at home. I back that. I like that cozy night in. Roses or chocolate? Chocolate takes the cake. I do agree. You can't really eat roses, or you probably shouldn't. But chocolate is always a winner.
Those rose chocolates, though, combined too, that could work quite well.
Actually, yeah, that's best of both.
Lego roses. That's a great idea, Amy. Lego roses, I like that.
Sweet love letter or expensive jewelry? Really, nearly 50-50. Love letter taking it by just a handful of votes. And lastly, who would you rather spend your Valentine's with? Cuddle in bed with a pet or with your significant other? I think I know what you're doing today, Sam. You got Julie. And I'll ask you what you're up to later, but it looks like we're all booked down. So
yeah, awesome. I reckon let's keep moving. Let's go to the main thing that we're all here for today, which is the top 100, which is exciting. Before we launch into it, though, I do want to give a bit of context, obviously, on the methodology and also a little bit about why we do our top 100. Because for those of you who aren't aware, this is actually our 9th top 100. We started about 2015, I think, was our first top 100. And I didn't tell the Jeffs, our founders, that I'd be showing this photo, so might have catch them by surprise if they're on the call. But we've been doing this for 9 years now, and it hasn't dropped in its importance. Because the reason why we do the top 100 is we've found after all these years of first in books and then in the online websites, we could build all these nifty features that students like and tools to help them research, but students love a good list. They love being able to jump on and, have a little bit of the work done for them and find out the best employers that are recruiting right now. And all these years on, from 10,000 and thousands of books, distributed all the way up to millions of students using our platform every year, that still remains true. So it's really important for students to have these lists. And for employers, of course, authoritative third-party source, can really help to validate yourself, your brand as a graduate employer, and of course the work that you all put in. I think we can all agree, particularly in crazy years like last year, touch wood not this year, but we'll see, can be sometimes a bit of a thankless role. So we do also want to spend a bit of time, obviously, just saying, hey, we see it's some great work that you all do to put in to make your programs with really popular and also of a high quality. Speaking of, that is also our methodology. Our top 100, what we do is we find all the graduate employers that we can across the country. I think this year was almost just shy of 3,500 employers. Last year, that was about 800. So huge increase in the number of employers that we found could not be nominated for our top 100. We applied 2 metrics, one of popularity, measured by page views, applications, and another on the quality of your programs, which are given by our graduate satisfaction surveys to find out a little bit more about what the program quality is like for grads. So a bit of a mix of both, most popular, most quality, to kind of find that blended score. But yeah, these lists are really popular, as I mentioned, which is why, more on this a bit later, we have actually introduced a few new awards this year that we'll be announcing, particularly for those that focus really heavily on the the quality of their program offerings to students. And by the way, methodology will be online, accessible, so you can share it to the boss and things like that afterwards as well in our top 100 list.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Sam. So let's dive in. First up, we have our sector winners. The first sector we're starting off with is accounting and advisory. Coming in at number 5, we have RSM. Number 4 is EY. Number 3, PwC. Number 2, William Buck. And taking the cake with first place, it's Deloitte.
Ooh, congratulations, Poncho and David and the team from Deloitte. Bit of change at the top this year, bit from last year. This sector is always hugely competitive, and we've seen that again this year, and some big movers, particularly with William Buck. So hats off to everyone. Congrats again to the team at Deloitte. But moving on, with a lot of awards to announce. Banking and financial services. In at number 5, we have RACB. At number 4, JADA. Number 3, ANZ. Number 2, Westpac Group. And for our trading firms out there, just a quick heads up, you do have your own separate sector this year compared to us, so don't worry that none of you popped up yet. But in at number 1, NAB.
Ooh, very well done, Chris and the team. Congratulations to everyone at NAB. Next up, we have the construction and property services. We'll start off with number 5. It's John Holland. Coming in at number 4 is BMD. Coming in at 3rd place is Lendlease. Then in 2nd, we had Victoria's Big Build. And taking the cake at number 1 is Monadelphous.
Congratulations, Haley and the team. Again, another big climber this year again as well. A lot of changes in our top 100 this year we've seen. Huge change in both the lists overall. So congratulations again, Haley and the team. We're flying through it. Another new sector though this year. We had a couple of changes in how we designate this year. Defense and aerospace has been a long requested sector, so we've finally got this separate. In at number 5, Boeing. Number 4, Rheinmetall. Number 3, Nova Systems. Number 2, BAE Systems. And that leaves in at number 1, we have Leidos.
Woohoo. Very well done, Leidos. Congratulations to Michelle and the team. Great work, everyone. Moving on to energy and utility. So you'll notice here that we're starting at number 2, and that's because only 2 employers from the sector made the top 100. So starting at number 2, we have Australian Energy Marketing Operator, and coming in with number 1 first this year is Transgrid. Congratulations to Whitney and the team at Transgrid. Well done, everyone. Moving on to education and training, with only 1 company from the sector making the top 100 this year. The winner is the Data School. Very well done. Congrats to Alex and the team at the Data School.
All right, back to a sector which has got more than a couple of places in the top 100 and always a very competitive sector. Again, as I've said a few times, you'd probably hear me say it a lot. Lot of change in our rankings here. We're coming in at number 5, it's GHG, Crack Steve and the team. Number 4, we've got Arab, that's Maddie and the team. Number 3, Jacobs. Number 2, Oricon. And coming in first, a bit of a mover this year, WSP.
Oh, well done, WSP. Congratulations to Julia, Andy, and the wider team. Next up, we have the environment and agriculture, with the number 1 coming through with Nutrien AG Solution. Very well done to Aisling, Christina, and the whole team there. Next, we have the health sector, with one coming in the top 100, and that is Ramsay Healthcare Services. Very well done to Sean, Beck, and the team. Good work.
All right, up next, government and public safety. Again, a sector with a lot of change this year, which we'll see in just a second. But coming in, number 5, we've got, click it right, Department of Health and Aged Care. Number 4, Services Australia. Number 3, ACT Government. Number 2, NBN. And coming in first, the first time in a fair few years actually, Department of Defence. Congratulations to Steve, Maddie, and Maddie. Congratulations, team. Again, hugely big sector of change this year as well. But that's our first half of our sector winners. You'll notice we've gone relatively quickly through them this year because there is a lot of awards for us to run through today. So we just want to make sure we're getting to everyone in time. Just a reminder though, of course, all of our winners, you will get a nice badge that you'll be able to put on your social media afterwards as well. I mentioned earlier how popular these lists are as well. We often see that top 100 related posts on our own social media are some of our most engaged with students. So make sure you get those out once they're received. But to sort of break up our sector winners a little bit, we are going to have a bit of a update on what's been happening in Apostle from the product perspective from our team. I'm just inviting Richard, who's our head of product, on the call. Richard, looks like you've joined. Let's make sure we can see you. Right.
Hey, Sam, I'm here. I'm just not able to share my video. It says it's not allowed, which is absolutely fine by me and probably everyone else.
All right, let's see. Do you want to try it now, Rich? Let's see if that works, just so that people can...
There we go.
There we go. Cool. Well, we'll hide ourselves and we'll let you go.
Thanks, Sam and Joseph. And thanks very much for the reminder on Valentine's Day. I think there's probably still time in the day to recover from that. Much appreciated. Yes, hello everyone. My name is Richard and I'm the head of product here at Prospel. And I won't take too much of your time, but I'm really pleased to be able to give you a quick update on how things are going behind the scenes, what we're working on, and importantly, how our traction is going in the marketplace for students. So to start with, I wanted to share just an update on how we're tracking with 2 of our key metrics that we follow, being total applications and total student users. So these 2 charts are trailing metrics over the last 365 days. And we're really excited to now have just cracked through 8 million users in the last 12 months and about 1.3 million applications. So this is giving our team a lot of inspiration and a lot of energy to keep working harder to serve students and help them start amazing careers, which is what we're all here for. If you go to the next slide, thank you very much. You can see the same 2 metrics here, but just over a 30-day trailing period. And here you can see on the right that our user metric, 30-day rolling user metric, is just creeping up to about 1 million. And once we crack that number, that is about the equivalent of 12 million annual users, which again is a big milestone for us. And you can see total applications. We've now got more applications than we've had, in the typical busy season, even though in only February. Now, this growth is largely being driven by our expansion into our neighbouring countries. As some of you might know, just turned purple there, so let me fix that. As some of you know, we've made a concerted effort over the last number of years to expand the Prospel presence, firstly from Australia into New Zealand, and now secondly into some key markets in Southeast Asia. And that has been a very exciting and challenging work that everyone at Prosper's been involved with, and it's now really starting to gain traction. So if you go to the next slide, you can see that we've now got 4 markets where we've got more than 1 million annual users. Australia and New Zealand, you can see that plateaued a bit during the pandemic as we lost international students, and other students were delayed in graduating. But that's starting to grow again, although there's not a lot more growth there we expect, at least from Prosper's coverage. But in the Philippines, India, Indonesia, all of those markets have got more than 1 million or very close to 1 million annual users looking backwards, which is really exciting for what we can offer to you as employers. We already know some of you have got cross regional recruiting models. And so if you do and you haven't chatted to your account manager about that, I would highly encourage you to do it, because we've now got a much stronger presence in these countries than we've ever had before. And we can really help you consolidate recruitment campaigns throughout the whole region, which we're very proud to be able to do. And of course, we're not going to stop here. We want to bring great careers to students everywhere in the world, but we think it makes sense to first focus on our region before expanding further. So that's a bit of an update on how we're going from the student engagement side of things. To share just a few product updates with you, a lot of you might be aware now of the new applicants tab that has opened up in your employer hub. For anyone that's missed this, we very late last year started requiring all students to log in before they click through on one of your job application links. And what that means is we can now track everyone that's expressed interest in your programs, whether they've applied directly through Prosper or GradAustralia or any of our uni partners, or they've been referred to your site. So this means that you'll never miss a candidate. If they didn't complete the application on your site, you can always come back to the employer hub and filter for the job and export the list of students that were sourced through Prosper. It's fairly basic functionality at the moment. We know that, but we wanted to get the core bit out to you as soon as possible. But we do have a lot of updates coming in this space in the first half of this year. The most significant being an upgrade of the way that students make applications when they do it directly through Prosper. So at the moment, you'll be receiving those applications by email, and there's not a whole lot of integration between that and what you see here. You'll see the student here, but you won't be able to see their application details. We'll be upgrading that so that you can see the entire application. You can export the entire application right here in the employer hub and make better decisions that way. But right now you can change the status of students, and you can see their profile, and you can make bulk updates, which we have been getting some really good feedback about. So thank you very much to everyone that's passed that on. If you jump to the next slide, Sam, this is a change that we've made on the student side just in the last week. You may or may not have seen it because it's currently going through a testing phase, meaning that it's only being exposed randomly to about 5% of users. But what we've done here is we've changed the way that our search jobs page is laid out, again on GradAustralia, Prosper, and all our uni partner sites, into a version that allows students to both browse through job listings on the left and see the full position description on the right. And this means they don't need to keep jumping between different tabs and getting lost in where they were up to in their search, as is with the current implementation. So we're monitoring this experiment closely. It's resulting so far in about a 30% increase in job position description views. And at the moment, there's no net increase in the number of applications that are being made, but we're seeing that the more time that users spend on this new page, the more familiar they're getting with it, and the application rate is increasing. So we'll keep monitoring this for the next couple of weeks, but hopefully, if all things go well, we'll be rolling this out to all users in, as I said, the coming weeks. And the final thing I'll share with you is another thing we'll get to in the first half of this year. We know it's a bit of a bugbear of yours, having to enter the location details every time you add a new job. So we'll be making this easier for you by letting you save your fixed addresses, your fixed offices and other locations in the Employer Hub. So you can just reference them every time that you need to update a job. Don't have an exact date on the release of this, but probably closer towards the middle of the year. There is, of course, a whole lot of other stuff that we are working on, but it's either a bit too early to release, or we prefer to keep it under wraps until we're closer to putting it live. But I would just like to finish by saying thank you to all of you for your support. It's really, really amazing to get to work for you and build things that both please students and employers. And on that note, I'll hand it back to our amazing hosts.
Thanks, Rich. Awesome updates. Hopefully everyone's pretty excited by those, particularly that applicant tab. I know we're pretty excited. Probably my clients have already pointed out to me how excited I get and call them, "Go check this out, new feature." So hopefully you're all enjoying it as well. But let's get Joseph back on, and we'll let you run, Rich, and that we'll keep going, I reckon, with some more sector winners.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam and Richard. Let's jump into it. We have the law category, and coming in at number 5, it's Gilbert and Tobin. Number 4, we have Minter Ellison. Number 3 is Ashurst. Number 2, we have Allens. And number 1 is Herbert Smith Freehill. Very well done. Congratulations to James and the team there.
See James in chat having a bit of a shout. Great work, James. Awesome. Management consulting. For this sector, coming in at 5th, we've got Tata. And then at 4th, Oliver Wyman. Following at 3rd, Accenture, which leaves at number 2, Nous Group. So taking it out 2 years in a row, we've got Capgemini. Awesome work, team. Congratulations to Jan and James and the team at Capgemini for taking this out once again.
Very well done. Next up, we have another big category. It's mining, oil, and gas. We'll start off with number 5. We have SLB. Number 4 is Woodside Energy. Coming in 3rd place, we have AngloGold Ashanti. Number 2 is Shell, which leaves number 1 as BHP. Well done. Congratulations to Marie and the team there at BHP. Great work.
Awesome work again, Marie. I think that's I'm not sure how many years in a row it is now for BHP, but it does feel like a lot. Huge work again.
Alrighty, next up we have the pharmaceuticals. Now we just have 2 entrants for this one. We'll start off with number 2. It's CSL, which means number 1 taking first place in the pharmaceuticals is GSK. Very well done to Lou, Karis, and the team there at GSK.
On to R&D and manufacturing. We've sort of separated the sector this year into the defense, pharmaceuticals, and just into R&D and manufacturing. So a bit of a shorter list this year compared to years past. But coming in at 3rd, Cochlear, followed by Schneider Electric in at 2nd, which means taking out the win, number 1, we have CSIRO. Awesome work, Karen and the team. Again, I think quite often see SROs up there as one of the winners or close to. So congratulations on your sustained success here. Awesome work.
Next up, we have the retail, sales, and consumer goods. We'll start off with number 5. It's Diageo. Number 4, we have Coles. Coming in third, it's Procter & Gamble. And coming in second, it's L'Oreal, which means number 1 this year is Unilever. Very well done. Congratulations to Meme and the team at Unilever.
Another sector with a lot of movement. Most years, even. So L'Oreal and Coles at the top there. Congratulations to Unilever for taking it out this year. Awesome work. On to technology, though. A very hotly contested sector, and usually one of our highest overall performing sectors as well. Coming in at 5th, though, I think it's the first time they've made it into the top 100, is MasterCard. In at 4th, last year's top 100 winner, Canva. In at 3, FDM Group. In at 2, Adobe, which means taking out the top of technology this year is Amazon.
Very well done, Amazon. Congratulations to Reza and the team there at Amazon. Taking first in tech. What a big win. Alrighty, we'll jump into the last of the new sectors this year. We have trading. We'll start off with number 5. It's Tibra Capital. Coming in at number 4, it's SIG. And in at number 3, we have Akuta Capital. Number 2 is IMC Trading, leaving first place for trading as Optiva.
Congratulations, Natalie and Sabrina. Huge work again this year, coming in number 1. For the first time, though, in just the trading sector rather than banking and financial services, which is very exciting. That badge is wrong, though. I've just realized it's transport, but it should say trading. You will get a trading badge.
That leads us very nicely to the last category. Jump the gun, maybe.
Yeah.
Transport and logistics is the last category in our sector winners. We just had one come in the top 100 this year. So the winner is Main Freight. Very well done, Kelsey, Lachlan, and the team over at Main Freight. That is the end of our sector winners. I'll bring it back to you, Sam.
Awesome. Thanks, Joseph. Now, I did mention earlier, we do have some new awards this year. Hence why we've been going a little bit quick through our sector winners. We want to make sure we've got enough time to talk through this new feature because, as mentioned, top 100 lists, these designations are super important with students. They want to be able to, find out very quickly where they should potentially be wanting to work. And so this year, with that in mind, we wanted to expand the awards that we are giving out based off our graduate satisfaction surveys, our grad reviews that you all be very familiar with, hopefully. Because we actually, for those of you who don't know, we do grad reviews with you all each year. If you don't have grad reviews, make sure you speak to your account manager. But we give you a overall star rating, of course. 4.5, for example, or 4.2, based off the overall satisfaction students have working for you as well. But we also have all these other components, categories within the grad reviews, such as career prospect, diversity, recruitment process, all the different things that we know that grads care quite highly about. And these have always existed on your profile, and students could compare and check it out. But we never actually created a list out of this. We never really, told the students who's got the best culture as voted for by grads who work for you. But this year we do want to change that because we know it's getting more competitive, and so any way to stand out is always good. And students love those lists too, as I keep saying. But this is really important. So with that in mind, we've got some, again, new awards to announce, starting with the best workplace as voted for culture. This spans across all industries, of course, as well. And we have individual sector winners who will get some certain awards, but the top 10 organizations who have the best culture as voted for by grads over the last 2 years are RAA, Sharp and Carter, Optus, Landon Rogers, Jardin, Zero, Technology One, Learning Links, John Staff, and coming in at first, we won't do all 10 each time, but coming in at first is Spark and Helmore, one of our law employers, with a perfect 5 for culture. Awesome work, Aaron and team. Back to you, Joseph. Look, just on you, mate.
Apologies. Next up, we have the hiring process. So these are the top 10 employees for your hiring process. Will be coming up on screen now. We have Viva, Eclipse, Wilson, Technology One, Adobe, Angola Gold Ashanti, Learning, Spark Helmore, Technology, Teach for Australia, and number 1 is Optus. Very well done. Congratulations, Glennis and Sonali.
Awesome. And I think I'm frozen, but can you all still hear me? Joseph, give thumbs up.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Frozen.
Awesome. All right, well, ignore my position there. I'm going to keep running through these. Best workplaces for work-life balance. Coming in 10th, ACMA, then National Indigenous Assistance Agency, Chevron, Canva, RAA, Leidos, Ryan Metal Group, ThoughtWorks, the Civilian Engineer Development Program as part of the Department of Defense, and in at number 1, we have Cognizant. Well done to Simone, Mantry, and the team. And just to let you know, you'll notice here it says 4.9, so others have 4.9. We did round it up to the first decimal place. Cognizant definitely had the highest overall score.
Next up, we have salary. So in your top 10, we had Jardin, CSL, Maven, IMC, SA Power Networks, Viva Energy, Arnold Block Lively, Chevron, Optiva, and number 1, the winner overall was Energix.
Awesome work to Kim. And again, this is voted for by students, not necessarily who has the highest salaries overall, but just best when compared to others in the industry, as voted for by grads. Up next, we have the best workplaces for employee engagement. Hood Sweeney, Sharp and Carter, Viva Energy, Optus, Inland Rail, Jardin again, Reese, Teach for Australia, Adobe, and coming in at number 1, just about a perfect score, Learning Links, one of our education employers. Best overall for employee engagement. Awesome work, team. And again, as a reminder, all of our individual sector winners, some of who actually won't be on the stream here, you'll be getting a fancy award to show off as well, to say you're the best overall for your sector, as well as the best overall Learning Links here across all sectors. Pretty exciting. Cool. Joseph.
Alrighty. Next up, we have the best workplaces for training. Number 10, we have DEPD. We have the Victorian government, Victorian Energy, Environment and Climate Action. So I'm a spring very small.
Yep. Previously DELP.
GELP. We have Capgemini, Cognizant, Cause Chambers Westgarth, DXC Technology, Teach for Australia, Energix coming in again, Learning Links coming in second this time with number 1 for training, Jardin. Congratulations to Will and Penny and the team there at Jardin.
All right, up next for career prospects, Adobe, Reese, Teach for Australia, Hood Sweeney, Arna Block Lever, Spark Helmore. We've got the Energy, Environment and Climate Action Department of the Victorian Government once again, Viva Energy, Jardin, and Learning Links again, taking it out. Congrats, Liz. Now, good to that.
With the double Learning Links, very well done. Next up, we have Diversity. Oh, we've just lost Sam. Apologies. It seems we've lost Sam briefly there. Let me share my screen. Gotta love some technical difficulties. Alrighty, can everyone still see that one? Can't see the chat anymore. Yeah, what's going on? Yes, alrighty. We'll have to power through without Sam, unfortunately. But we've got the next up, we've got Workplaces for Diversity. So we have BNG, Telstra, HCA, Inland Rail, ThoughtWorks, Adobe, Viva Energy, Learning Links, Xero, and at number 1, we have Teach for Australia. Well done, everyone there at Teach for Australia. We might pause, see if Sam will come back in. He's just said he'll be back in a second. There we go. Sam's back.
I'm back. I knew I was playing with fire there. That's all right. You keep sharing if that's right, Joseph.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll charge on. We just finished up Diversity, so back over to you, Sam.
All right. So, best workplaces for social responsibility. Who have we got in first there, Joseph? We've got MasterCard. We've got Optus. We've got Learning Links. We've got RAA. Adobe. Spark Helmore. Canva. Diageo. Which leaves our final two as Vivcourt and Unilever. Well, first for the top 100 and then also for their Best Workplaces award as well. Pretty exciting for me and the team at Unilever.
Awesome work. Next up, we have the Best Workplaces for Offices. Top 10, we have Arnold Block Leibler, Pitch Partners, Optus, SW Accountants and Advisors, Spark Helmore, Allianz, Learning Links, Adobe, Woodside Energy, with number 1 for Workplace for Offices is Jardin. That a double as well. Well done. Over to you, Sam.
All right. Green initiatives for sustainability. Who have we got? Fujitsu, Telstra, Capgemini, Lendlease, Jardin, P&G, Lander and Rogers, Victorian Government again, Energy, Environment and Climate Action. It's good that they're good for green initiatives. Vivcourt, and once again, Unilever. Is that second or third one that they've taken out? Plus the sector for the top 100. Awesome work to the team. I think we're up to our final one now, the overall winner, who is best out of all the sectors when students said, where do they most want to work? Joseph, hand it to you. Bit of a drum roll.
Hey, is Adobe.
Awesome work, team. So this was in response to a question overall, how satisfied are you with your organization? A bit longer than that, but that was the effect of it. And the most satisfied overall was Adobe. We've also got, as mentioned, these sector winners too. Everyone who placed first within their sector will also get a special award too. So the awards for all around. What for you? But all very well deserved for some, giving grads what they're looking for in their program.
Awesome. So, looks like we'll jump into what everybody's been waiting for. It's time to go into the 2023 GradAustralia Top 100. Before we jump into that, I'd like to do a little audience poll to see who do you think is going to take it this year. The poll is up now. Where
We could only fit 10 in there as well, but hopefully it's most of our sector winners. But it's another tight year, I think. So it's a tough one, I think, about who's going to take it out. But this is our final poll, we promise, before we show the winners overall. Right. Still about 60% of people have voted so far, so give it another little bit or so.
Looking close. Looking really close.
It is
All right, by the looks of it.
Very much so. All right, I reckon we should end it there. Let's show the results. It looks like... I think there's Amazon at 26% is the favorite, but only just in front of Deloitte and Unilever with 24%. NAB up there as well. Capgemini up there too. Pretty even overall though, but I guess we'll find out. Won't we, Joseph?
Yeah, that's true. I guess better jump into it then. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, what you've been so patiently waiting for, it's time to reveal the top 100 graduate employers for Australia this year. So, we'll go in with the top 10.
All right. Coming in at number 10, we have Deloitte. Congratulations, Deloitte.
Well done. And in at number 9, we have Westpac Group. Well done, Westpac.
Awesome. At number 8, we have Nous Group, one of our consulting firms. Awesome work to the team at Nous Group.
Well done. Next up, at number 7, we have Optiva. Great work, Optiva.
Coming in at 6, we have FDM Group, one of our tech employers. Awesome work to the team at FDM Group.
All right, we're on to the top 5 now. And coming in at number 5, we have Adobe.
Oof, I'm getting nervous now. We'll start to do the drum roll soon, I reckon. We're getting close. That leaves at number 4, we have NAB. Awesome work, team.
All right, on to the top 3. Coming in third place for this year is Unilever. Well done, Unilever.
Was one of my favorites there. That means number 2, Capgemini. Congratulations to Jan and the team there. That only leaves one person, I think.
There's only one left, and I guess little drum roll to announce the winner of this year's top 100 graduate employers. It is Amazon. Congratulations, Theresa and the team there at Amazon. Well done, taking first place in what has been a really competitive year. Lots of movement across the board. Would love to invite, I can see Theresa's in the chat, would love to invite you on to say a few words. A little congratulations speech.
I think we've got Theresa now. Theresa, do you want to put if you turn your camera on? If not, that's all good. But you take yourself off mute. I think everyone hopefully can hear you. Let's see how we go. Whoop. Hello, Theresa. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, I don't think I can do video, but definitely, oh goodness, super right. And nervous. The heart was pounding, when you were going through the top 5. So this is such incredible news. And wow, 3,500 employers is definitely crazy. So goodness, just wanted to obviously thank our students for really thinking of us as the employer of choice. It's been, super rewarding, definitely in this space. Thanks for hosting. Amazing, MC and Gig, Sam and Joseph. We might reach out to you for some events here at Amazon ourselves. Would like to obviously thank Prosper for putting this together. We absolutely love your work and always, just keeping things updated, especially through, I guess, last year being quite a tough year across board. with your trends and reports and everything. So this is definitely super valuable, as we've got some big reports that we do fill out globally. It all goes up to the US, obviously. So great to, work that you guys have done so far. This is also a special thanks to the team. This is tremendous work and on how the team operates, seeing that the last 2 years, we were just shy of top 100. We made it to the top 99. We are a super lean team, and this is incredible effort on all accounts, from working tirelessly and also passionately, striving for, really strong outcomes like this one. Lastly, special shout out to Jeremy, our account manager. Wow, there's been some long calls between Jeremy and I. You've been super patient, basically, putting us from the ground up, putting us into tip-top shape. Your patience guide on how we go to market and looking out for us. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you, Jeremy. Shek, I know I only met you yesterday on our call, but definitely some big shoes to fill there. We're definitely looking forward to it. So thank you so much, team, and congratulations overall to all the winners today as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Reese. Thanks for your lovely words as well. As you mentioned, huge climb that we've seen from Amazon over the last few years. So huge result to take out first as well. I reckon we'll just just put you on mute there, Teresa. And let's continue through, because we've got the final list here for everyone to see. Now, of course, this list will be published online on GradAustralia. You should have already, if you're a finalist and got to top 100, you should have already received a little badge that you can put on your social media, you can put on your website, you can put onto your email signature. If you haven't, make sure you reach out to the team, but we'll be also resetting some stuff as well. But again, of course, this will be online very soon. A lot of big changes this year, as we've spoken about. A lot of that comes from how competitive the market has been this year. Some of that comes from maybe you haven't updated your reviews in a while as well. So make sure you're pushing for this year as well and getting your ranking up there for next year as well, because this is, again, a very important list, as we've spoken about a couple of times. But hopefully you all like the new awards as well. We'll leave this up for another minute or two before we get ready to jump off. But yeah, again, big changes overall this year. We saw it last year, how competitive it was, and we think this year's probably going to be somewhat similar as well. So here's to all of us in the graduate recruitment grad recruitment industry. And Joseph, do you want to wrap it up? I reckon last slide.
Yeah, let's do it. No, big congratulations to everybody. Thanks for tuning in, everyone as well. I think we had nearly 250 attendees at the peak there, so great to see lots of people dialing in. This one will be sent out. Just wanted to say a big thank you from us all here at Prosper. Everybody in the Prosper team, as well as all the clients we work with, all the students. It's been great to work with you all. Really looking forward to another great year, and hopefully an even more exciting top 100 next year. But I think that's all we had for today. We'll wrap it up there. Sam, was there anything else?
I think that's all she wrote. We'll put it back onto that top 100 page, leave it up for a couple more minutes as you're all jumping out. But that's it from us, I reckon. Have about 6 minutes back in the day to find the Valentine's Day match if you haven't already. Back to our poll. Again, congratulations, team, for everyone involved.